Stuff's good. All right, let me pull out my one right here. All right. So this is another new gen series that exists, right? What I'm saying. And we talk about a lot because it's the most popping anime right now. Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen. And I got a guy that he's my guy, he's my favorite character in the series. I think Yuta would have
Oh,
been a
okay.
better
Okay.
main
Well, I
character.
mean,
And this is where I come from. This is my
Low key
biggest point when
cheating.
it comes
Low
to
key
Yuta.
cheating.
First
yeah.
thing, first thing when it comes to Yuta, I think he would have had amazing character development because we got a lot of his character development in the movie. But if you just extended that from the entire series, you would have gotten the same impact, even more, because they would have developed it a lot more intricately, starting from the fact that he thought he was killing everybody he knew with the Rika and the curses. He thought he was a menace. He thought he wasn't good at anything, and then he was steadily transforming to be the most reliable person to people like Maki, the most reliable person to Inumaki, the most reliable person in Jujutsu High, the second strongest person that they could rely on after Gojo, and that is what Yuta's development could be. And my biggest thing when it comes to Yuta is I think the duality between Yuta and Sukuna would have been so interesting. I mean, it can still be interesting, but as the MC, it could be so interesting. First thing, Yuta having the Queen of Curses and Sukuna being the King of Curses is already it's already writing itself right there in terms of the dynamic between those two, of course. And another thing is Sukuna is an individual that we know doesn't care about anybody, doesn't want help for anybody, doesn't love anybody. He thinks he's the strongest, he thinks he's the greatest. Yuta doesn't have that sense of pride, kind of like a Gojo does, kind of like a Sukuna does. Matter of fact, he cares about his friends. He cares about people helping him. That is actually his power. He takes curse abilities from other people to utilize in fights. He's the complete opposite, where Sukuna takes people's powers. Like the duality writes itself between what Yuta represents and what Yuta can be as a main character versus who Sukuna is right now. So I think Yuta could have been an amazing main character. There's other reasons, of course, but that's my pick.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of disappointed you said Utah. I'm not gonna front. Only because I don't think any of your reasoning sucked. But how many times have you seen Utah's character type? Like, how many times have we seen the scary kid who has to learn his bravery and overcome his fears? I mean, this is Katekyo Hitman Reborn all over again. This is Deku. Like, the scary MC, I've seen it time and time again. And I don't think it's a L take. I hear you 100%. But I figured if you were going to go with JJK, I honestly thought you were going to say Megumi. Just because of his family, the lineage. I think some of the story that ties into like the JJK universe, things of that nature. But I'm not mad at Yuta. I just think his character type is like, I've
I
seen
see
it.
what you're saying.
You know what I'm
I
trying to
just
say? It's more
I
of
like
it's a
the archetype
personality thing.
personally.
It's a
And my
personality.
biggest thing between the dynamic, because I actually hear what you're saying. I think that's a
Yeah.
very valid point in terms of,
Yeah.
Yuji's a very different type of main character. And
OD,
Megumi
OD.
probably would be a very different main character too.
Yeah.
My biggest thing when it comes to Yuji at the end of the day is, and like I said, it could still happen, is I think Yuji is just completely different from Sukuna in like every aspect.
I agree.
And what Yuta can provide for the story, and especially with the Queen of the Curse gimmick, there has to be something there between the two individuals. Like their magic abilities are completely opposite of each other.
Right.
Like
Right.
they have to fight, and there has to be like this actual intricate story between these two. So
I was
ready
gonna
for it.
say, what about Maki? I
As
really
a main
like Maki.
character.
As
Yeah.
the main character,
I'm not so
Like as an
I
apostle
don't think
type
she can
situation.
carry.
You don't think she
To
can?
Radell's
I don't think she can
point,
carry.
It's not with her sister, not with her family. You don't think so?
not as the MC.
No, but to Radell's Hydra, where you're kind of wrong with it being an L take. Before Jujutsu Kaisen was in Shonen Jump, Yuta was
supposed to be. Yeah,
Yuta was the
main
one
character.
shot. The first few chapters, it wasn't. I think like he had a different name for it, but the Yuta story was what made Shonen Jump buy the IP and that mangaka. And then they're like, hey, since we're technically buying your IP, you need to make a new story, but with the same concept. And then he made Yuji. and he just made the Yuta like a prequel type situation.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
Lonnie,
Yuta-
wasn't Yuji supposed to die and Yuta take over as the main character?
Yeah, that's what he wanted because Yuta was the original vision, Queen of Curses, King of Curses thing. That was the original vision. So the Queen of Curses thing, like there was supposed to be something there. I don't know if it overlapped. And I think if Shonen Jump didn't step in and then they did allow Yuji to die during Shibuya, then we probably would have saw that connection by now. But now they're probably maybe there will be one, maybe there won't be one type situation. But yeah, no, Yuta. That's why I said it was cheating because technically Yuta was the main character. He just kind of got kicked out by the company. So
Irvin, your switch up is crazy, my boy. Hey, I don't need y'all on my side, man. You know, we here, we know.
I appreciate you, Irvin.
We know what it is. We stand on business over
We
here.
stand on business on over here.
But Miles, I think I said mine. Lewis said his. I think Random said his. Lonnie,
No, I
mine.
was actually gonna go.
Okay.
I just added. Mine is the worst part is Kirito from Sword Art Online. I do not like him as the main character for that show.
I don't know who you're gonna pick though.
Yeah, who would you pick?
Yeah, where? Who would you
Yeah.
pick?
The problem is I would have to go get somebody from another IP to put in that anime. I don't like Kirito being first of all, the fact that he shares the same moniker as Guts is insulting to Guts because they also call him the Black Swordsman.
Mhm.
Stop it. Just a lot of decisions that he makes. It just seems like there are times I'm like, God, Lonnie says it perfectly. Sword Art Online, there are times where Sword Art Online can be legitimately great. In my opinion, and I'll wait for Jeremy to come back, but Sword Art Online is maybe the greatest bag fumble in anime history. Maybe. Because such a great premise, man. But whether or not you want to, whether or not you besides the fact that you don't even complete the first arc, they end 25 levels before they get to the top. Whether or not you have a harem, which doesn't really make that much sense. Even in my opinion, the main couple of Sword Art Online, they're not good. I think he's better with Shion than he is with Asuna. There's a reason why they keep running back to the beginning to fix the beginning of the story.
Is Shion his cousin?
or
No, Shion's not. Shion's the girl that he meets in the second season.
Yeah.
In the Gun Girl place.
or
But I like their
the
dynamic.
antagonist forgot why they did what they did.
Mm-hmm. Like it just shows you that they know that they messed up. That they did a movie where they basically focus on Asuna. For some reason, she had amnesia. She was forgetting who Kirito was. Now they're doing another anime. Oh, they did do an anime from Asuna's perspective. Now they're doing another one, another reboot of the first season again. And I'm like, I have to go. The fact that I couldn't find a main character from Sword Art Online, but I just don't like Kirito being the main character. Is crazy.
That's crazy.
Like I just can't. I can't stand him as a character. He just feels wrong, whether or not he's not taking it too seriously, or he's too dumb, or he's not taking it seriously enough. Like the fact that he hides his dual wielding skill from the world. Why would you hide that? Why would you hide that from the world? Okay,
Because you don't want them to know.
that's dumb as fuck. That's dumb as fuck. Everybody trying to get out. Everybody trying to get out. J-Rob. All right, the second one. When Asuna's like, we're gonna lure this thing to this town to kill all the NPCs. He's like, no, I don't like that. They're fucking NPCs. They'll be back. Nigga, like we're trying to get out of here. You're the only person wanting to fucking kick it over here for some reason. Like the fact that
NPCs are human too. You know what I'm saying?
The first party that he's like super overleveled. He doesn't tell them that. I'm like, come on, bro, help. Just make smarter decisions. And you're just supposed to be this gamer, but you make really dumb decisions sometimes.
NPC always matter too, man.
Honestly, bro, sometimes I do think, as much as I love Attack on Titan, I truly wonder what the show would look like from the eyes of Armin Arlet.
Interesting.
Because if you think about the show, you know, he's been probably the greatest decision maker in the show. And I don't think the one thing that we got to see enough out of him was probably the toll a lot of these decisions took on him personally. You know, I don't think they had enough time, or obviously the show's about Eren, to really dissect how some of the decisions he's made throughout this show, whether good or bad, who was sacrificed, how that is affecting him. So I think that could have been somebody who, like, if Attack on Titan to me was the same show, same preference, Eren doing the same thing, but the point of view is Armin, I think it still hits like crack in the 80s. For real.
Well, I've always wondered if Armin was able to get the founding Titans power, what he would do with that power.
True.
Like, what decision would
True.
he make if he was able to make those kind of decisions? Because that's like we talked about it last week, Miles, where we were like, the reason why it makes Attack on Titan so compelling was because Aaron had that power. Aaron, and this is what he came up with. But we were like, if Armin had it, what would he have chose? That's what makes. So that's why I'm always wondering if he was able to make those decisions, what would Armin have done?
Can I add one more? Can I add one more character? Nagi from Blue Lock. Just because his character type is very different too. Even though I like Isagi,
White hair one, right?
Yeah. I like Isagi's
the prodigy, even though he didn't care about soccer at all.
He doesn't understand, and that's why like, Isagi. I love Isagi's character. I will not take nothing. He's a great MC. He should be the MC because he is. But the hard work trope, the coming from being the bottom, coming to he was the lowest ranked soccer player when he came in. Obviously, he's one of the best now. Always had potential, but had to like work for it. Nagi is like the opposite. Nagi doesn't have motivation. Nagi is purely God-given talent. Didn't even know what soccer was prior to coming to Blue Lock. So I look at Nagi and be like, in terms of a MC who has a different type of vibe, like he's like if Shikamaru was the MC of Naruto, like a guy who doesn't want to work that hard to be great, but ultimately through his circumstances, his relationships, and he pushes himself to new heights. So I really wonder. I think Nagi could have been a cool MC for Blue Lock.
I love that.
J-Rod,
Not gonna lie, because I haven't seen. I've seen quite a bit of Blue Lock. I did stop reading it because I just wanted it to gain more and more story. So when I finish it, I have a lot to read or a lot to watch.
Yeah.
By the way,
and
Nagi got
when
his
I
own
met
spin-off,
Nagi, bro.
He has his own anime too, and he's
he
getting
has his own anime. He has
a
his
movie
own
or
manga
like
for
a
sure.
spinoff.
Manga. I mean, he has his own manga. Yeah,
he has his own manga.
Yeah, I know they're making it.
when I
They're either
met
making
the,
it into like a movie or like a few episodes.
like a few. It's like a special. It's gonna make a special Nagi.
Nagi got his own show. What?
So they're gonna do. They're gonna do. There's a chapter. There's a manga out if you want to read it, but it's of him like his perspective. But it's not like it's like a one shot. They're not going to. It's not going to be over expounded upon. It's just Nagi is one of the more popular characters, so they did a one shot on him, and then I think they're gonna put out like the episode right before they come out with season 2 of Blue Lock. They're gonna come out with his experience in Blue Lock with I can't think of his man's right now. I don't know why I can't think of his name.
No, that's
Isagi.
because
Isagi?
Yeah.
Or by the
Rayo.
Yeah.
By the way, fun fact:
yeah,
Blue Lock sold
was
the
it
most
purple hair
manga
guy?
volumes this year.
So
Blue Lock
Nagi for me, because I'm 100% with you. I'm gonna just make this clear very quick. I was watching Blue Lock. I thought it was interesting. I was never. I like Isagi, but I was never like sold. Like it's like not one of my favorite MCs or anything. I thought it was cool. I thought he was doing his job. When I met Nagi though, I was like, bruh, make him part of the main cast right now. I don't care. He should be part of the main cast immediately. And when they did, I was like, Blue Lock knows what they're doing. They know what they're doing when they made him part of Isagi's group. I was like, this is that guy. He's 100% that guy. So I'm 100% with you.
If I'm being 100% honest, I always thought Isagi was not the worst striker. Like when they had the dude who's like when they were Team Z, I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. The fact that they wouldn't tell us what that goalkeeper's like moves were, we never actually got to see, at least in the anime. I'm like, he better than him, bro.
You know what's funny about Isagi?
Facts.
Throughout the whole story, like even like the latest power ups that he's had, like in the latest chapters, I think I'm like 10 chapters behind. So it's like I'm guessing they're on like another soccer match, but he still has all the attributes of a midfielder. Like he's literally like a midfielder, but like he keeps on being a striker. Like it's just like.
But the thing is, though, are you reading it? Are you reading it?
Yeah, no, I'm reading. Like the one dude.
That boy is a striker, bro. He's a striker.
No, I know he's a striker, but I'm saying like the one dude's older brother. Like he plays just like him,
bro. He is messy, bro. That is Isagi. Isagi is literally messy, bro. That is who he's supposed to be.
I see it. But I'm just saying, like the way that he sets up people, like he's a striker, but his skill set is like a midfielder. If that,
bro, he's a good playmaker, but he is a striker. His ego is that of a striker, but he's a good playmaker. That's why everybody thinks of him as a midfielder, because he sees things before them. But and this is what makes him different. He's not seeing things before him, so somebody else gets the goal at the end. He sees things before people, so his ego tells him that he gets the goal at the end. People just need to fall behind, you feel me, and do what they need to do to make sure.
But that's why I'm waiting. That's why I'm waiting for that future interaction between him and Ren's older brother, because like Ren's older brother, like I said, they have a similar skill set, but he was a striker. He went overseas, and then something happened, and he's like, I'm a midfielder now. So I feel like they're gonna have that type of clash where he's like, yo, you're just like me. Then Asagi's like, nah, I'm better.
I'm better because I'm staying a striker. No, I agree. And I will say this too. Asagi, I want to make sure I double down. Asagi is a great MC. The only reason I'm bringing up Nagi is because his personality. I just like seeing different character archetypes in an MC role because we don't really ever know how they work until they work. You know what I'm saying? Like, does anybody watch Hell's Paradise?
Yeah.
Nabi Maru, that's a different character type.
For sure. He's a prodigy from jump.
He's an emotional prodigy who is trying to figure out his feelings. You know, it's a different character type. You know, I'm interested in seeing that. So that's why I brought up Nagi, because his character type is the opposite, the absolute opposite of what Isagi is.
And a play off that, if we're talking about sports, bro, I would say that another one for Kuroko no Basket. Hey man, I like Kuroko. And I like red haired dude. Kagami. But if we gave especially Almine the MC role,
his story would be crazy,
bro. Almine,
that's Kobe Jordan.
That's Kobe,
bro.
I'm gonna tell you where they messed up. in Kuroko no's Basketball. And if the writers is listening to him, I could have made you $1 billion. You could have been $1 billion company. You make the show about Almine, but not only that, Almine is dark skinned, right? Get that boy some curly hair, make him look like Rui Hachimura. Make that show around him, make him come from half America. His dad might have played basketball from America in Japan, something like that. Make it that vibe. I promise you could have bridged so many gaps in that. You could have went crazy. The NBA might have picked it up, bro. The NBA might have picked it up. You could have did a collab with Hachi, bro.
It would have been bigger.
Bro, give him a sleeve, give him a shooting sleeve.
But what they wanted to do, they wanted to make that god awful movie that was racist.
That movie was so racist. Yo,
bro, the way they were talking about Americans is crazy.
That was bad.
I didn't like the fact that they tried to give the white dude, the captain, a redemption arc from the other team.
Bro.
I didn't like that. Nah, bro. Make them all that way.
That movie was racist, bro. That movie was racist as hell, bro. It was racist, bro.
Americans suck, bro.
Question.
Terrible.
Yeah, they violated.
We go to your clubs, we do the worst things, bro.
Yeah,
how do you guys think Haikyuu would be if Kageyama was the main character?
I mean, technically is. I mean, him and Hinata are like the same.
It is. Haikyuu is kind of like a Hunter x Hunter type of vibe of sports anime. Like Hinata is the main character, but Kagami is like damn near. He's right on. Like, he's right there. He's really 1B. Yeah, he's 1B.
Maybe it's because, especially with these sports stuff, it's so easy. Just like the main character is not that good, so the story is easier to tell. So giving us a guy who just like. For instance, what was that one show where like it was a small guy but he could shoot threes like Steph Curry? It was a basketball show.
Shit, I know what you're talking about.
That dude was like elite at shooting. He was elite at shooting, and then
it really didn't get off the ground.
That was a problem. But I'm like, I wish we could get more of that where the main character is great, and then he learns to be a team player or something like that. Maybe that'll be that one golf manga. That'll be the one that we get.
They're making a lot of sports manga. They got golf. They got hockey.
Golf manga's gonna be so dumb.
Hockey manga kind of alright though. Did y'all read that first chapter? It's alright.
Okay.
I might have to be
decent.
The MC, I like a different type of vibe for the MC. MC was a ballerina. Ballerina turned hockey player. That's kind of fire, bro.
That's cool.
Okay.
Lethal on the ice.
Figure skater.
The golf one was a movie.
We was roasting that thing in the PC anime chat. Like the main bad guy would be like a guy he was like Tiger Woods, but his dad went too far.
Have you guys seen the sumo wrestling anime?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes, with bro, the red hair.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I know what you're talking about.
Watch it.
All right.
So does anybody else have a wrong MC that they got to put out?
I got one.
Money. Okay.
I got one. I could be easy. I could say like Mikey from Tokyo Revengers. I could say Killua, how like they can go into the whole family dynamic and stuff like that. But like we black sensei, so you gotta like dig in the bag a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I consider this probably like the #1 psychological anime. I still see people cosplay it all the time. Every time I go to cons, the original Hunger Games.
Batum?
Nah, I'm talking about Future Diary with the craziest chick in all of anime by a mile. Like number 2, don't come close. The original, the real, when you Google, you see her before you see that Dollar Tree Sasuke.
Oh, wow.
He says he doesn't hate. Is that this is what Lonnie says? He says he doesn't.
No,
hate
That was a
I
stretch.
didn't get you mad, bro.
No, I just say
Wow.
that
your
is
first sentence
iconic.
is,
That is like
no,
actually
original
iconic.
the
Like
Dollar
she's
Tree
like
Sasuke?
the crazy
Nah, bro.
anime chick, and she
Not
would
for
have been
sure.
she would have been the better MC. If anyone knows Future Diary, this is like 50 something episodes.
Yeah, I know.
You know how crazy it is, but her diary is based off of the MC's diary, and his thing like lets him know like random events happening around him. Her diary is based off of everything going on with him.
Yeah.
And the fact that like she won the original game, went back into went to another dimension where he exists, killed herself so she could take her place, killed her parents, buried them in her backyard just so she can be with them again and like try to make all that shit work. And if y'all saw the first few episodes, like how like someone like forced a kiss on him, and then she just got that axe, got to swing it on bitches.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm starting to really think that you and Random, y'all watch some weird stuff, bro.
No, Future Diary is like
No,
First of all,
it's
actually pretty good.
I already think it's suspect that Random is a Goblin Slayer stan. That's already weird.
Bro, we just diversified. Don't get mad because you just watching. All right, bro.
Future Diary is a great psychological anime. It has like a Hunger Games aspect where everyone's trying to kill each other.
Hey, Random and Lonnie, I got another take for y'all that's really gonna have y'all hot. Shield Hero is better than Eminence and Shadow. It is. It is, bro.
I'm gonna say this. Season 1 of Shield Hero is better than Eminence and Shadow. But then season 2 fumbles the bag so hard, I don't think Shield Hero will ever recover.
But they gave it season 3 though. It's greenlit for season 3. I think it came out already.
It's out.
It's out, but I'm sorry.
It's not making no
whatever
noise.
lead Shield Hero had is gone and evaporated.
Nah, season 1 story, nah, for sure, bro. Nah,
And so
I think Gerald kind of spit in there, bro.
Radell, I'll say this: there's a few things where certain anime make story decisions that really kill it. Once Kirito leaves Ironclad, the SAO story's cut. Once they resolve,
I do that.
Yeah, once Shield Hero resolves that mine allegation, because I don't want to say it on here, that story's kind of cut. If he just found a way to leave the country and then he comes back later in the story to resolve it, I think that would have worked better than them just resolving that like that. And then all of a sudden now there's alternate worlds and different heroes and this and that's going on. And I'm like, I think and now they're just keeping mine around in the story because they don't have another really good villain to work with, which is my problem.
J-Rob, if you haven't seen Future Diary, I say definitely check it out.
I thought you were talking about Batum. You said Hunger Games. Do you remember Batum with the bombs or whatever?
I never peeped Batum personally.
I never peeped it.
BTOOM. It was literally Hunger Games.
Yeah, but I definitely say watch it's one of those older animes, so I say watch the first 2 episodes because the first one's kind of like a setup, and the second one's the second episode's when shit pops off.
Bet.
But
my only issue is I can't watch. I don't like watching anime when the MC is weak as hell. Not gonna lie. The MC weak, I'm not gonna watch it.
He's not necessarily weak because his diary's low key the strongest. Like he knows almost everything that's going on around him, so he's always prepared. But
is he like a guy though? Like,
is he like a little weakling? Is he like a little scaredy cat? Yeah, but that's the point. She's crazy. That's the thing.
Say you wish Yuta was the main character of JJK.
Yeah, but I already seen Yuta become a badass, so I'm cool.
But see, if you didn't know that, he would have blew yours first episode, bruh.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I do know
Detective
that.
Hitman Reborn. How much patience did you have
Bro,
to have?
bro,
Hitman Reborn.
Bro,
But
I
Suna grew up
almost
fast though.
no J-Rock. J-Rock.
You think he
I
grew up-
almost dropped
I think
Hitman
so.
Reborn, but
How
once
many
he
episodes
met
in your opinion
Mukuro,
did Hitman Reborn get fired? How many
Okay,
episodes did got fired?
now if we give an
when he hit
episode amount,
Mukuro is when it got
it
fired.
took about 24 episodes.
That's a lot.
I
That's a lot.
agree. I wasn't
Hold up,
happy.
hold up,
I wasn't happy.
hold up.
Billy, I
So-
do agree that
That's
the
a
manga
lot
is
of
better.
episodes, Miles. 24 episodes to be like, all right, this is getting fired now. That's a lot of episodes.
Because I feel like the tone of it changes a lot in those 24 episodes.
All
I-
I'm
That-
hearing is
that first
hypocrisy
20,
from Radell.
that
That's
first
all I'm
20,
hearing.
I don't get any idea it's going to be like a battle type shonen. It feels
I
more like
agree.
a slice of
Yeah, it
life.
was very goofy.
100%.
Yeah.
It was
kind
very
of annoying.
laid back. Like you don't. I agree. It was, bro. Where the end game of it is, but where it started at, I would never. Katekyo Hitman Reborn is one thing I would never offer somebody to watch first.
I wouldn't either. I'm not
You
going to
got to
lie.
get past those 20 episodes.
Because
You really do,
because
bro.
if
But
I
once
say
it
this
spins,
is your
it spins.
exactly. It does snowball crazy. Once they start it up, fire. But 23, I definitely
That's true.
it starts slow, bro. It starts slow, like
Nah,
damn
for
near on
sure.
some Breaking Bad type vibes.
But that's why
That's
when
true.
Tuna, my thing is though, Lonnie. So my biggest question, because even though I don't really like the kind of weak main characters, at the very least, once you turn on the switch, you're my guy. Like Suna,
Right.
my
He
guy.
turns on the
Yuta,
switch.
my guy.
Yeah,
He turns
yeah,
on the
Is
switch.
there a switch? Yeah,
Yeah.
is there a switch with him?
But the point the point of the story, because
I
like
agree with that.
like I said,
Shout out
like
to Tuna.
she's like low key supposed to be the main character because anytime there's any type of situation, she, like I said, she's the craziest girl in all of anime / manga. Like she is unhinged as fuck.
Right.
So as soon as anybody even thinks about touching him, you see the crazy eyes and then she's on your ass.
Right.
Like I said, like as soon as you see the second, it's an older anime, so it's like the first one's kind of the setup of like what the world is, and the second episode, shit pops off. If you're not into it after the second episode, it's probably not for you. But second episode, shit be happening. Shit be going crazy.
Definitely on the list.
Do y'all
Miles, you
think-
got one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
my
mine's
bad.
gonna be quick. I was gonna actually do One Punch Man, and I mean, obviously, it wouldn't be One Punch Man anymore. But the characters I would choose will either be Flashy Flash or Genos.
Genos. Yeah, I figured. I thought you would say Genos. Yeah, that would
I
be good.
see what you're saying. 'cause
Can
like,
I
Hammer's
add?
not
Can
really
I add
doing
King to
nothing.
that? Can I
I
add
don't-
King to that?
No,
I'd
fuck
love
King.
to see.
No,
I'd
no.
love
King will
to
blow
see
my. No,
I think it'd
no.
be so. I think it'd be so funny. I'd love to
It would
see
be
that.
funny.
who'd you
but
say?
It would be
I love to
funny.
add
It would be
King as
actually
to one
funny
of
as hell. But King would be so crazy because, bro, you
It
know
would-
how? Do you understand how crazy the writing is going to have to bail him out week in and week out? The writing has to be.
Bro,
You're
I'm
laughing
tired
about
of
it.
King.
You're
Not gonna lie,
laughing.
I'm just tired of King, bro. I'm tired of his entire story, bro. I'm
Like Miles, you understand? There's gonna be an episode. There'll be an episode where it'd be like, on this day during his King engine, it just happened to be a thunderstorm, and this villain's biggest weakness is the lightning, and he King engine.
He's scared of the sound of the thunder. He
Bro,
thinks it's
there
the
was a
King
whole
engine.
chapter recently where
you think
King
it's
kept
King
on
engine?
kept on trying to say, "Bang, teach me how to fight." Everybody took him wrong, and everybody's like, "Oh no, he doesn't really want to fight. This is all it takes." That was the most ass chapter ever, bro. It was like all these heroes is like, "Oh no, he actually is trying to test me." Like, bro,
Do you
shut up, bro. Like,
real
it's so
quick.
The
Do we
delusion
think there's
from all these
actually
characters,
something
bro.
going on with his King engine, or is this just a gag at this point?
Oh, it's a gag.
No, it's a gag.
Yeah.
No, I just remember
Oh my
like
God.
they had him do the sword thing, and he couldn't even open the sword. And
Oh,
they're like,
fuck. He was like, he must have opened it really fast. Like, oh, my
he's like,
Yo, bro.
the cells
They
didn't
be
even know that they were
capping
cut, so
King,
they had to put themselves
And I was
back
like,
together.
what?
Nah, the writing for King is already at an astronomical level of
It's fantastic,
yeah,
J-Rock.
it's already at an elite level. To make the show about him, the writer is work. Miles, he's doing 24-0, no sunlight.
Oh, for sure. The reaching you have to consistently do for
He's
King
done, bro.
is
King is done.
ridiculous, bro. Like
King is
Hercule
done.
never got it this bad, bro. Hercule never
Miles,
got it this
for
bad.
your
No
thing,
sunlight,
Genos
bro.
would be very interesting to see
Him
how
or
he looked.
Flashy?
Flashy. I ain't gonna lie. You know who else?
Moomin
What's my
Rider.
guy name? What's my guy?
Moomin Rider would be fun.
Moomin Rider would be good.
Moomin Rider would be fun.
Oh, Metal Bat.
Metal Bat. I like Metal Bat. I like
Metal Bat is
Nah,
interesting.
be a
Louis,
good
me and
story
you
too,
right, bro. Moomin Rider would be
yeah.
Moomin
fun.
Rider.
like Metal bad. I do like
Nah,
Metal bad.
Movement Rider would suck, man. He would just throw his bike at somebody, then get rolled.
Facts.
That'd be-
Yeah, I can't deal with Movement
That's
Rider.
what makes
bro.
it
Yeah,
great.
I don't know what's
He's
about to
literally-
happen in the new arc. Let me
No,
Wait, let me
I
ask
think
you
like-
this. Yo,
I
you
think
know
like
what?
an alternate story where Garu's like the main character, but he's like that villain
That'd
trying to
be-
just be stronger. That would be interesting.
Well,
I
he
think
Garo
they
was
need to do
basically
more
the main
stuff like
character
that,
for a
though.
minute. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
especially season
Yeah.
2. He was.
I'm
he
saying
was
like from the
basically
start,
character.
like and like it's just like of course it'd have to be a different trajectory if he was like the actual main C, but like someone just trying to be that nigga, like I think that would be.
The
Have y'all-
craziest part is though, every time he runs to Saitama, he gets his ass beat. Like that's what's gonna
I'm
happen.
thinking like Saitama wouldn't be able to exist in that.
Have y'all
situation.
ever watched Terraformers?
I've heard of it, but nah.
No, but I heard of it.
I
Yeah.
I've seen like a few.
Yeah.
I never
I
finished
need
it.
to watch that too. That and Guilty Crown, and just let me know how those anime you think would last if they were updated in today's climate. Terraformers, Guilty Crown. Guilty Crown is like futuristic sci-fi. Guilty Crown is fire.
Flash. Now the more and more I think about it, Miles, Flashy Flash would be fun too. Damn.
Yo, he has so much backstory behind him too. He was sold off into an assassination group at 5. He stayed there for like 11 years, grinding it out, trying to escape. He has an OD backstory with what's that dude's name? Speedo Sonic. They grew up
yes.
together. We can learn how he got the insta kill sword. There's a lot to go into behind it, like behind his past.
My
That'd be
the
cool.
final thing. Also, chat if y'all have a character that should be the MC in your anime, let us know. Of course.
What was the other one, J-Rob? Terraformers and Guilty Crown?
Terraformers, Guilty Crown. And have you watched D Gray Man?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Riddell.
J-Rob.
I'm cooking today. I'm cooking today. I know.
Bro, people need to realize, man, if D Gray Man was consistent,
Bro, talk about it, bro. That shit was
bro,
gas.
it would be one of the best series out right now. No
Easily,
question,
bro.
Oh,
Easily, bro.
As someone that actually listened to y'all, like I started watching D Gray Man, I think like a month ago. Like I'm
That
like
shit
20,
fire.
I'm like 20 episodes in.
That shit fire.
Good.
Bro, the story is so unique. I don't know how it's like such a unique story.
That's
bro.
why I'm
It's like-
telling you, Radell. Some stuff just got caught up in their own timeline, bro. It is all because of their timeline and timing. Hitman Reborn and D Gray Man, Air Gear. I can name so many anime that if they were started right now, if the first episodes of them came out right now in this climate, they would be, them mangaka would be doing 23-1 like Mappa got them doing right now, gang.
If Reborn came back today with that
animation too,
it'll blow up.
Come on, bro. I was telling Radell this is one of, I'm like, yo, whatever the next arc started up, just bring it back. There's enough people who can start watching it. Everybody's watching One Piece now. There will be people who will watch Hitman Reborn and catch up to us, bro. We're at the point now where we don't have to catch up to nobody. They can all catch up to us now. And they're doing it. And they're literally doing it. So come on, Big Jaka, open up the studios, man.
Man, yeah, J-Rob is spitting. And speak of inner demons, I'm not gonna say much, but Alan's inner demon, bro.
And his inner demon is an asshole like you're supposed to be.
Bro, that story between him and who he is, and bro, it changes everything about D Gray Man once you find, bro. D Gray Man is a different type of story. I'm telling you, bro.
Different.
It is great. It is amazing, man. It is amazing.
Louis, did you get yours off?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said Bakugo, right?
He said Bakugo.
Oh, so quick question then. Maybe because
Bakugo.
I watched Black Lagoon for the first time. I think Revy should be the main character.
She's basically the main character.
I think she should be the main character.
Like it, bro. Damn near feels like it.
Oh my god, I'm like Revy's. If I saw Revy across the street, I'm calling an Uber and running away from her.
Yeah, I'm walking up to her.
I like.
I'm running away from her.
I'm not walking
Oh
up to
my
her.
god.
I'm walking straight up to her.
I'm not walking up to her.
You were dead. You
You're
just gonna die.
crazy.
Have y'all met Moon Peaches? I'm walking straight up to her.
That Moon Peaches.
There's levels to this. All right. Well, we named some excellent series, of course. I think y'all are set. Oh, Kuga and World Trigger is an excellent one for sure. If y'all have seen World Trigger,
This looked generic to me, so I never like.
Jin is amazing. World Trigger. Hey, Lonnie, I'm not even coming at you. World Trigger, in my opinion, has some of the best like power system / strategy building in
I heard it was
shonen,
good.
bro.
Like just like when I just saw it, I just like, oh, this looks like a basic
It's
shonen. So I
not.
just never went into it. I just never went into
Yeah,
it.
it's 100% not. The main character is kind of meh, but the secondary Kai Kuga, he's a dog.
After I finish D Gray Man, I'll think about checking it
He's a
out.
dog. Kamina for Gurren Lagann is another one. That's shout out Kamina.